Okay, so I got my 3090 Ti and we are going to do an unboxing today. This thing is huge. If you look at the size of the box, it is huge. The knife is huge. Yeah, that's the biggest graphics card box I've ever seen. So as you can see, it's sealed here. So let's open this baby up and see if we can get it going here. Oh boy, it's heavy, that's for sure. Okay. Let's see what this thing actually looks like. Okay, get amplified. It's shiny, an extended warranty bag. Alright. Huh. It's like a bracket with an LED strip on it. Is this what they're talking about, like having a leash thing? Here's the power connector, some screws, and a bracket. Huh. I wonder if that's just for support, where you can actually have a physical bracket in your case. I've never seen that before. Screws. Let's see what this actual GPU looks like. Oh my gosh, thing is a monster. Oh yeah, that's definitely 3.5 slots for sure. What an absolute monster. Does look like a good, well-built GPU though. And for the price, it better be. MSRP on these aren't as terrible as everybody's screaming to be once you see the actual market and realize you can't get a 3090 for what these are MSRP. So let's see how she does. We'll start off with some hash rates and then we'll do a time spy test. Okay, so I am very out of room and power in my house right now. I'm waiting for some more PDUs, but this is what I got rigged up. So let's see if we can get this thing to hash, see if it'll come on at all. Find the button here. Hey, it turned on. So I'm gonna get this rig up and get in the Hive OS. Let's see what kind of hash rates and power draw we get out of it. It's only pulling 30 watts right now. Not bad. Alright, I just fired it up. She's hashing away about 350 to 380. I have not set a power limit. This is the first screen that's come up so far. So I'm going to let it run for a little bit and then see if I can dial it in. Maybe I'll set a power limit to like 290 or something, or 350. See if I can get it to stay more around 350. But I'm going to let this run for a sec and we'll see what I end up dialing her in. But out of the gate at 1350 on the core and 2200 on the memory, I mean, it's right around 350 after it took the kernel. So, I mean, I think there's still a lot of driver room for these because this thing's coming up as unknown and just like a Zotac 24 gig, it's not really shown as, you know, a 3090 Ti. So, I thought that was also kind of interesting. Looks like I'm getting 127 mega hash out of it. And I'll see if I can dial this in a little bit more. Okay, and there we have it. That's the best setting that I have found. 128 mega hash, 1350 on the core, 2400 on the mem, no power limit. showing 336 in the software, showing 327 in the miner, and then on the PMD it's about 350 to 360. So I'd say just call it 360. So that's about the best that I was able to find. Yeah, I was able to get 136 mega hash out of this thing. Turn the memory up to like 3200 in Hive, you know, which would be, was it 1600 or so in Windows. But I mean, the power draw just starts going really up. It starts going to like 380, 375, 380. So, and I just feel like that's just a little too much clock. So I feel like this is a nice conservative clock. You can also do 2200. You'll get about 127.5 mega hash. And the wattage stays the same though, if you're just trying to be easier on your memory. One thing I do really like about this GPU is the memory temps stay cold. Finally, that we have a big card with memory temps that stay cold. This thing hasn't gotten above 90 yet. I haven't ran it for super long, but I'm going to pull it out and put it in my desktop now, where its actual home is. It's not going to really live in the farm. It's going to live in my gaming desktop, and when I'm not gaming, it will mine. But I'm going to throw it in there and see what the time spy score is. I'm not going to go through a bunch of different gaming benchmarks or anything like that, but at least I want to see what the time spy score is, because my 6900 XT right there actually beats my 3090s and 3080 Ti's in time spy. So I want to see if a 3090 Ti can beat a 6900 XT in time spy. Okay, so that's how it looks inside the computer. This thing is massive with all the 3 power connectors. Everybody complains about these, but I don't mind them. I mean, yeah, it takes up a little bit of space, but it's better than not being able to use it. So this is a 5900X with 24 gigs of RAM. So hopefully this this benchmarks really well. Let's see what the time score is going to be. Time spy score. Okay, so stock for stock, they're pretty much the same as my 6900 XT. Now my 6900 XT will get like 22,500 if I turn the fan speed all the way up, and the power limit all the way up. So let's just see what the temperatures were after a full run. I mean, this thing didn't get hot, so I'm gonna turn the fan speed at 100%, turn the power limit up to 100%, and rerun it and see if it gets a better score. But 1,000 points below a unpower limited and 100% fan speed 6900 XT that I have right here. So, and it did look like it was behind in frames on some of the screens. So that actually is a little shocking to me. I really thought that you know, with this card being, you know, the 3090 Ti, that it would really really make a difference. But I'm going to slide this up to 110, and then I'm going to take this and slide that all the way up to 100, and we will run it again. I will show you guys the results when it's all done. So nope, even with that turned up, it did get 100 more points, but my 6900 XT will score a better score in time spy by almost 1,000, 900 to 1,000 points. That to me blows my mind. Now that doesn't convert over into games and all of that. I'm sure this thing kicks ass at ray tracing and stuff, but just this one benchmark, I think that's funny that the 6900 XT still comes out on top on this one benchmark. Now mining wise, everything else wise, of course, the 3090 Ti beats it. But I thought that was very interesting. So this is kind of what it looks like in my system, and it's going to be my new gaming GPU. I'm going to send the 6900 XT to the mine, and this will mine when I'm not gaming. So I actually like it. Look at all that power. You know, I get it's big and bulky, but whatever. I think it came out pretty good. And you know, in this time or this day and age, for the price I got it for, you know, I got this thing for $50 below MSRP because I pre-ordered it. It like was like a day pre-order, but whatever, I'll take it. And so far I'm super happy. I'm gonna play some Halo on it, and I'll see how that does, and I'll show you guys some frames and getting in there real quick, I guess. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that up there in the corner, but it's getting anywhere between like 110 to 80 frames, like 87 frames it'll dip down to. It'll go up to 130, 140 every once in a while, 90s, high 90s. Legit, there is zero difference between me playing on this and that 6900 XT, that Sapphire 6900 XT. This is better than playing on like a 3080, but it is legit zero difference than playing on my 6900 XT for experience, for gaming experience. Now, I mean, I'm not having software run this. I don't know what the 1% lows are or what the total average frame rate is. But for me sitting here and I've been playing this game for a long time, I mean, you're talking maybe 2 or 3 frames different in some areas and 0 frames different in most. Even if that, I really don't even know if there's that big of a difference. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great experience. I mean, this is in 2K, fully geeked out, and it's 125 frames right now. But my 6900 XT does that same exact thing. I guess this only has 16 gigs of RAM instead of 24, but I mean, at that, to most people who are going to game on these or mine on these, I mean, it doesn't matter. So honestly, in this market, do I recommend this GPU? Yeah. If you are gonna pay $2,000 or $1,500 for a 3080 and you can get one of these for MSRP, totally do that. That's gonna be way more money well spent. If you're gonna lightly mine on it and game on it and do a bunch of other stuff, definitely do that. If you're just gonna game, buy a 6900 XT. Save yourself the $500-600 and buy that, because that's gonna beat almost everything out there for the price. I mean, just to be honest, that's kind of my take on it. 3090 Ti, good job NVIDIA and Zotac for this experience, but hopefully there's a bigger jump on the next generation of cards. Definitely a big jump on the price, that is for sure. Till next time.